In today's wrap-up, Sedrak Arustamyan, CEO of Multigroup, is accused of bribery worth $20 million. Armenia's economic activity dropped by 4.9% in March. 62 more cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed. And opposition leader Edmon Marukyan has proposed that the government allocate $209 to each family in May. Sedrak Arustamyan, CEO of Multigroup, has been accused of bribery worth $20 million. Multigroup is a business conglomerate owned by oligarch and leader of the opposition Prosperous Armenia parliamentary faction, Gagik Tsarukyan. According to Arustamyan's lawyer, he has been arrested and will appeal the arrest decision. Arustamyan stands accused of not sticking to regulations with regards to the construction of a hotel in downtown Yerevan, and also of money laundering, tax evasion, and operating a pyramid scheme with regards to the North-South Highway. The North-South Highway is an ongoing, large-scale infrastructure project aimed at building a highway between Armenia's north and south. It has fallen way behind schedule due to what many see as corrupt activities. Armenia's economic activity dropped by 4.9% in March, according to the National Statistical Committee. The Economic Activity Index is in proportion to the Economic Growth Index. The decline is a consequence of the lockdown and global economic deterioration. Armenia's government has revised its original forecast of growth for 2020, reducing it from 4.9% to 2%. The government has announced that it is going to increase the public debt by another $500 million to tackle the strain caused by the pandemic. According to Fitch Ratings, Armenia's general government debt is projected to rise from 53.6% of GDP at the end of 2019 to 59.2% in 2020, before falling back to 56% in 2021. The International Monetary Fund envisages that the Armenian economy will start to recover from the third quarter of this year. Armenia's government has announced a $300 million stimulus package and some other tools to support businesses in the time of the recession. 62 more cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed, along with 15 recoveries and 1 death. Furthermore, the Health Ministry of Nagorno-Karabakh reported that 5 of the 8 positively tested people in Karabakh have recovered, leaving only 3 active cases. Also, at an event at the Armenian Embassy in Beijing, Hebei Weishi, a Chinese tech company, donated 2.5 tons of innovative disinfectant to Armenia. Minister of Education Sedrak Arustamyan also announced that schools and universities will not reopen this academic year, but may reopen early after the summer recess. In addition, final exams for students will not take place, and applicants will only undergo 1 entrance exam instead of several. Educational institutions in Armenia have been operating remotely since mid-March. Opposition party leader Edmon Marukyan has proposed that the government allocate $209 to each family in May. The leader of the opposition Bright Armenia parliamentary faction proposed the financial assistance to mitigate the financial strains caused by the pandemic. The $209 handouts are completely feasible according to Marukyan, who pointed out that the Central Bank of Armenia has adequate savings to do so. He also proposed the doubling of citizens' pensions for 1 month. Marukyan stated that the strategy has been adopted in developed countries and is the surest way to deter the financial consequences of the pandemic. And finally, ＳիվիլՆեթ has followed the work of several different artists in Armenia to see how they are coping with the lockdown restrictions. It turns out that despite the circumstances created by the pandemic, many of these artisans have managed to create stunning work which they have kindly shared with ＳիվիլՆեթ. It turns out that despite the circumstances created by the pandemic, many of these artisans have managed to create stunning work which they have kindly shared with ＳիվիլՆեթ.